Right, Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. Today, I will be presenting on the topic of ethical issues in genetic research involving human subjects. This presentation is brought to you by Group 24, and I'm excited to share some critical insights into this important subject. So, let's move on to the next slide. So, for introductions, ethics in science is a vital topic that ensures our research respects human dignity and societal values in this presentation. We will focus on the ethical challenges that arise in genetic research involving humans. Key concerns include informed consent, privacy, and the potential misuse of genetic information. Understanding these issues is essential for responsible scientific practice and effective policy making in modern genetics. All right. So for the third slide, to understand the ethical issues in genetic research, we must first look at the historical context. Genetic research has evolved rapidly, raising concerns about human cloning, gene editing, and privacy. Past abuses in research highlight the need for strict ethical oversight to protect individuals. Additionally, there are scientific concerns regarding the manipulation of human genes, which can lead to unintended consequences and discrimination based on genetic information. Finally, we must consider the societal impact, where ethical debates focus on balancing scientific progress with respect for individuals' rights and preventing exploitation. Ethics play a crucial role in modern genetic science. Ethical consideration shape the regulation that govern genetic testing and therapy, ensuring that they are conducted responsibly. Researchers are required to obtain informed consent from participants and protect their privacy, which is fundamental to ethical scientific practice. Maintaining high ethical standards is also essential for fostering public trust in genetic research, as it reassures society that their rights and dignity are respected. So, for the fifth slide, let's look at some case studies that illustrate ethical issues in genetic research. The HeLa cells controversy is a significant example where cells were taken from Henrietta Lacks without her consent, while this led to groundbreaking medical advancements. It raised serious questions about privacy and consent. Another interesting fact about HeLa cells derived from Henrietta Lacks in 1951 without her consent have been instrumental in numerous medical breakthroughs, including the development of the polio vaccine, cancer research, and gene mapping. This highlights the ethical dilemma of benefiting from research conducted without informed consent. Another example is CRISPR gene editing, which involves editing human embryos. This has sparkled intense debate over ethical boundaries and the potential long-term effects on future generations. Ethical discussions and frameworks in addressing these ethical challenges, several discussions and frameworks have emerged. Ethical standards are maintained through practices like informed consent and transparency in research studies, which are crucial for protecting participants. However, violations such as those seen in the cells case demonstrate the consequences of ethical breaches, leading to mistrust and calls for reform. We can apply ethical frameworks that utilize principles like autonomy, beneficence, and justice to guide our decision making in genetic research. Okay, so for summary of ethical issues, in summary, genetic research complex ethical questions regarding human rights and scientific responsibility. Real-world case insights highlight the critical importance of obtaining consent and ensuring ethical oversight in research practices. Ethical theories provide a framework to navigate the challenges we face in the field of genetic science, guiding us toward responsible practices. So, for broader ethical implications and recommendation, looking ahead, there are broader ethical implications and recommendation we should consider. Future practices should emphasize transparency and participant autonomy in research protocols to ensure ethical integrity. we also need to develop robust policies that prevent the misuse of genetic data, protecting individuals from potential exploitation. Lastly, promoting ethical literacy among scientists and the public is essential to foster a culture of ethical awareness in genetic research. As we conclude, it is important to reflect on the ethical challenges in genetic research. Ongoing reflections and vigilance are necessary to ensure that we balance innovation with respect for human dignity. I invite you all to consider this question: how can we ensure that future genetic advancements benefit society without compromising ethical principles? This question invites continued dialogue and commitment to ethical practices in science. So, thank you for your attention, and I look forward to any questions you may have.